A chilling hum echoes across the shattered realms, pulling disparate fragments into a new, terrible whole. The Overminds will manifest a silent, pervasive force-bending reality to its dark design. Colossal landmasses, once worlds apart, now drift inexorably towards a central, pulsating void. A floating arena begins to coalesce, a monstrous mosaic of fused cityscapes and primordial jungles. Shattered skyscrapers intertwine with ancient trees, their roots piercing concrete in a grotesque embrace. Jagged dragonstone spires erupt from the landscape, scarred with the ancient glyphs of Tiamat's domain. The very air crackles with unstable energy, a symphony of destruction and terrifying creation unfolding. Massive rift hearts, once scattered beacons, now orbit the nascent arena like malevolent moons. Each heart pulses with a sickly, internal glow, feeding a growing core of dark energy at the center. This nexus of power threatens to unravel the very fabric of existence, a cosmic maw opening wide. Below, the storm-wreathed sky's citadel trembles, its ancient stones groaning under immense pressure. Tiamat, though weakened from countless battles, feels the inexorable pull of the converging force. Her 5 heads rear, scales shimmering with a defiant rage, sensing the ultimate threat approaching. A deep, guttural growl rumbles from her throats, echoing through the turbulent, violet-tinged skies. She launches herself skyward, a majestic, terrifying silhouette against the swirling rift clouds. Her massive wings beat against the oppressive atmosphere, propelling her towards the convergence zone. Lesser dragons, driven by ancient loyalty, attempt to follow their queen into the maelstrom above. Their desperate cries are swallowed by the roaring winds as they ascend towards the terrible light. Suddenly, searing beams of dark energy erupt from the nascent arena, lashing out like vengeful whips. The Overmind asserts its dominion, incinerating the loyal lesser dragons in bursts of searing light. Their forms dissolve into ash and smoke, a tragic testament to the Overmind's overwhelming power. Tiamat lets out a shriek of pure fury, a sound that tears through the chaotic symphony of the rift. Her eyes, pools of molten gold, lock onto the source of the beams, burning with vengeful resolve. She weaves through the deadly light, her immense form a blur of elemental grace and raw power. Each head spits a different element: ice, fire, lightning, acid, and venom, a desperate barrage. The beams deflect off her scales, leaving scorch marks but failing to halt her determined advance. Her resolve hardens. She will not falter, not when her very domain hangs in this precarious balance. Meanwhile, far below, a tremor shakes the volcanic plains of the primordial world. Deep and resonant, Titan Rex emerges from a chasm, his scarred hide glowing with an intensified, primal energy. His body now bears the marks of countless battles, a testament to his indomitable will to survive. Veins of crackling energy pulse beneath his scales, radiating an aura of untamed, destructive power. He gazes upward at the swirling maelstrom, a fierce intelligence burning in his reptilian eyes. The scent of ozone and raw power fills his nostrils, a challenge he instinctively understands. A colossal stem of rift rock, newly formed and impossibly vast, rises from the ravaged earth. It stretches towards the convergence, a twisted pillar connecting the lower world to the chaos above. Rex lets out a thunderous roar, a challenge hurled directly at the encroaching, cosmic threat. He begins his ascent, his powerful claws digging into the jagged, unstable surfaces of the rift rock. Loose debris crumbles and falls into the abyss below, lost to the swirling energies of the rift. His muscles ripple with immense strength, propelling him relentlessly upward, defying gravity's pull. The air grows thin and sharp, tasting of raw magic and impending cataclysm. As he climbs higher, he passes through swirling mists, each vapor trail charged with latent, unpredictable. His glowing aura intensifies with every foot gained, a beacon of raw, untamed force in the gloom. The ground beneath him trembles, not from his weight, but from the immense stresses of convergence. He sees Tiamat now, a distant, elemental fury battling through the Overmind's relentless defenses. A primal understanding passes between them, an unspoken acknowledgement of their shared, deadly foe. Their individual rages converge, fueling a desperate, unified will to dismantle this looming threat. The floating arena expands, drawing in more fragments of forgotten worlds, growing ever more immense. Ancient ruins from unknown civilizations merge with titanic jungle flora, creating strange new landscapes. A desolate, sand-blasted desert plain suddenly connects to a vibrant, bioluminescent forest section. The air shimmers with distorted light, bending perspectives as reality itself struggles to maintain form. Tiamat unleashes a torrent of freezing winds, attempting to disrupt the Overmind's energy beams. The frigid gusts swirl around her, creating a temporary shield of razor-sharp ice shards. The Overmind retaliates, its dark energy beams growing thicker, more concentrated, and highly destructive. One beam clips Tiamat's wing, tearing through ancient scales, eliciting a pained, furious hiss. Black ichor, tinged with corrupted rift energy, oozes from the wound, quickly sealing itself. Her determination only hardens, transforming pain into an even more potent, focused aggression. Rex continues his relentless climb, his powerful legs driving him upwards with astonishing speed. He passes through a segment of a forgotten, crumbling cityscape, the broken windows reflecting his glow. The ground beneath him trembles with increasing intensity, threatening to dislodge his massive form. He lets out another guttural roar, a sound of defiance that vibrates through the very structure. The core of dark energy at the arena's heart swells, thrumming with an ominous, growing power. It pulses with a malevolent rhythm, drawing strength from the surrounding, orbiting rift hearts. Tiamat senses the shift, her 5 heads swiveling, eyes darting to the converging energies. A chilling realization dawns upon her. The Overmind is not just pulling, it is assembling itself. The dark energy at the core begins to solidify, twisting into grotesque, nascent forms. Tendrils of shadow reach out, grasping at the orbiting hearts, pulling them closer to the central mass. The hearts glow brighter, then dim, as their essence is absorbed into the growing, terrible entity. A colossal body begins to take shape, a horrifying amalgamation of organic and crystalline matter. Multi-limbed appendages, like twisted roots or skeletal branches, extend from the central mass. Part organic, part crystal, part shadow. Its form defies natural law, a monstrosity of fused realities. Jagged crystal plates armor its immense frame, reflecting the chaotic lights of the convergence. Its shadowy limbs writhe and contort, seeking purchase, testing the boundaries of its new existence. The orbiting rift hearts are now embedded within its form, glowing like malevolent, vital organs. Each heart pulses with sickening regularity, feeding the Overmind with immense, destructive power. Its colossal head, a nightmare of crystal and shadow, turns slowly, fixing its gaze upon Tiamat. No eyes are visible, yet Tiamat feels the crushing weight of its ancient, malicious intelligence. A silent, telepathic shriek assaults her mind, threatening to unravel her very consciousness. She shakes her heads, fighting off the mental assault, her elemental powers flaring defensively. Rex reaches the upper echelons of the rift stem, his massive head breaching the arena's edge. He surveys the monstrous form of the Overmind, a low growl rumbling deep within his chest cavity. His aura crackles with furious intensity, a primal challenge to the cosmic horror before him. The air around him distorts, shimmering with the sheer force of his concentrated, destructive will. He sees Tiamat poised for battle, her 5 heads spitting defiant, colorful elemental energies. A momentary pause hangs heavy in the air, a breath held before the inevitable, cataclysmic clash. The Overmind flexes its newly formed limbs, testing their horrifying, unnatural capabilities. Its shadow crystal body expands further, absorbing more of the arena's surrounding fragments. The ground beneath Tiamat and Rex shifts violently, threatening to throw them off balance. They brace themselves, their gazes locked on the towering, grotesque form of their common enemy. The battle for this world, and perhaps all worlds, is about to begin in earnest, a terrifying prospect. The Overmind's embedded hearts pulse with renewed vigor, preparing to unleash their devastating power. A chilling silence descends, broken only by the hum of raw energy and the distant groaning of worlds. Tiamat lets out a piercing shriek, signaling the start of their desperate, coordinated assault. Rex answers with a thunderous roar, charging forward, a glowing titan of primal, untamed fury. The Overmind raises its multi-limbed appendages, preparing to meet the twin onslaught head. Its embedded rift hearts glow menacingly, ready to unleash their reality-bending energies upon them. Tiamat, with a furious beat of her wings, soars high above the colossal Overmind's grotesque form. She targets the higher embedded rift hearts, knowing they are vital organs of the monstrous entity. Each of her 5 heads unleashes a concentrated elemental beam, precise and devastating in its aim. Streams of searing fire, corrosive acid, and crackling lightning converge on a crystalline heart. The Overmind shudders, a silent, cosmic groan echoing through the unstable convergence zone. Its shadowy limbs lash out wildly, trying to swat Tiamat from the turbulent, chaotic skies. She twists and dives, her immense body, a dance of elemental grace, evading the crushing blows. Below, Rex charges with unstoppable momentum, a living battering ram of scales and raw power. He focuses on the lower embedded hearts, smashing them with physical force and seismic shockwaves. His glowing claws rip into the Overmind's crystal shadow flesh, seeking out the pulsating cores. A thunderous roar erupts from his throat, a sound that vibrates through the very arena's structure. He tears into a heart, its sickly glow flaring violently, before shattering into inert, dark shards. Each destroyed heart sends a ripple of agony through the Overmind, weakening its colossal form. However, the arena itself destabilizes further, chunks of fused landmasses breaking away and falling. A section of shattered cityscape detaches, plummeting into the swirling abyss below with a terrible roar. Tiamat unleashes a blast of pure sonic energy, disrupting the Overmind's concentration, buying time. The Overmind's shadowy head contorts, its silent scream a crushing pressure in the surrounding air. Rex uses the momentary distraction, launching himself upwards, aiming for another glowing heart. He slams into it with the force of a meteor, cracking its crystalline shell with a resounding impact. The heart explodes in a burst of dark energy, sending shockwaves through the Overmind's massive body. The monster recoils, its multi-limbed form thrashing, its shadowy appendages flailing wildly. Tiamat sees an opening, diving in with incredible speed, her venomous head striking a vulnerable point. Corrosive venom sizzles upon the Overmind's crystal skin, burning away layers of its grotesque form. The Overmind attempts to drain Tiamat's elemental energy, tendrils of shadow reaching for her. But Rex, sensing the danger, lets out a deafening roar, a sonic blast that disrupts the draining process. The Overmind shudders, its concentration broken, its energy siphoning attempt thwarted by Rex. Its intervention, a silent, almost imperceptible nod, passes between the two titans, a moment of perfect, unspoken understanding. Tiamat then unleashes her wind and gravity control, manipulating the air currents around Rex's body. She uses the power of a recently claimed heart, bending local reality to her strategic will. Rex feels himself lifted, an immense force propelling him skyward with astonishing velocity. He becomes a living projectile, aimed precisely at a critical, glowing heart embedded high on the Overmind. With a thunderous impact, Rex collides with the target, his jaws clamping down on the pulsating core. The heart shatters, its remnants dissolving into dust, leaving a gaping, smoking void in the Overmind. The Overmind screams, a silent, cosmic anguish that reverberates through the entire convergence zone. Its multi-limbed body convulses violently, thrashing against the combined assault of the two titans. This is their best fight as an unofficial team, a symphony of destruction forged in shared desperation. Tiamat swoops down, her lightning head striking a vital energy conduit on the Overmind's arm. Arcs of raw electricity race across the creature's crystal shadow skin, causing it to spasm uncontrollably. Rex, now grounded, unleashes a powerful tail whip, severing one of the Overmind's shadowy limbs. The severed limb dissolves into dark motes of energy, its connection to the main body broken forever. The arena groans louder, vast sections of jungle and city crumbling into the bottomless rift below. They fight with a desperate, unified fury, each covering the other's weaknesses with their strengths. Tiamat creates an elemental shield of swirling winds, deflecting the Overmind's counterattack. Rex, protected by the shield, charges through, delivering devastating physical blows to its core. The Overmind's form begins to fracture, fissures appearing across its crystal-shadowed carapace. Its movements become slower, more deliberate, as its immense power drains with each lost heart. Yet, its malevolent intelligence remains, focusing its remaining energy on a final, desperate attack. It unleashes a concentrated beam of pure dark energy, far more potent than its previous assaults. The beam slices through the air, heading directly for Tiamat, who is still airborne and vulnerable. Rex, with a guttural roar, intercepts the blast, his glowing hide absorbing much of its destructive force. He stumbles, a pained growl escaping his throat, but the sacrifice buys Tiamat precious seconds. She retaliates with a blinding flash of pure light from her firehead, momentarily stunning the Overmind. The monster recoils, its multi-limbed form writhing in silent agony from the searing elemental assault. They press their advantage, sensing the tide turning, pushing the Overmind closer to its demise. The convergence zone around them grows more chaotic, the very fabric of reality fraying at the edges. Chunks of the arena fall away with increasing frequency, threatening to collapse entirely around them. Tiamat and Rex move with a synchronized precision, a deadly dance perfected through desperate survival. Her ice head freezes a section of its shadow crystal arm, making it brittle and vulnerable to attack. Rex immediately shatters the frozen limb with a powerful headbutt, sending shards raining down. The Overmind lets out another silent shriek, its form visibly shrinking as its power diminishes. But its central core, the largest rift heart, pulses with an alarming, defiant glow. Still strong, this heart remains, a beacon of immense power embedded deep within the collapsing monstrous form. It is the source of the Overmind's true power, the nexus of its reality-bending capabilities. Tiamat and Rex exchange a look, a silent agreement passing between their ancient, powerful minds. They understand the immense significance of this final, pulsating heart at the Overmind's core. Its destruction is paramount to stopping the Overmind's cosmic reign of terror, a necessary sacrifice. Yet, a dangerous choice looms, a decision that could reshape their very existence forever. The heart could grant near total control over this world's reality. To whoever claims its immense power, the temptation is palpable, a whisper of ultimate dominion in the chaotic, screaming winds. Imagine the power to reshape the fused realms, to bend the shattered pieces to their individual will. Tiamat could restore her dragon realm to its former glory, ruling supreme over all that exists. Rex could forge a primordial paradise, a domain where his kind would reign unchallenged and eternal. But the cost is immense. Absorbing the heart means leaving the Overmind's influence intact, dormant. It could re-emerge, stronger, more insidious, a threat that would inevitably return to plague them. The alternative: destroy the heart, ending the Overmind's threat permanently, a definitive triumph. However, shattering it would further destabilize all remaining rifts, creating unknown configurations. Worlds might merge in unimaginable ways, new threats emerging from the cosmic chaos they unleash. The stability of their fragile, fused reality hangs precariously in this single, crucial decision. Tiamat's 5 heads turn towards Rex, her golden eyes conveying the weight of this terrifying choice. Rex meets her gaze, his reptilian eyes reflecting a deep, ancient wisdom, a shared understanding of stakes. They are not just fighting for survival. They are fighting for the very nature of their existence. Their momentary alliance, born of necessity, now faces its ultimate test of trust and shared purpose. The Overmind, sensing their hesitation, attempts a final, desperate surge of its remaining power. Its central heart pulses erratically, unleashing chaotic bursts of raw, reality-bending energy. These wild energies tear at the collapsing arena, causing massive structural damage all around them. Tiamat and Rex are forced to act quickly, their decision needing to be made in this chaotic instant. The desire for ultimate power flickers, a fleeting thought in Tiamat's ancient, strategic mind. Rex feels the primal urge to claim such a potent artifact, to secure his dominion forevermore. But their combined experience against the Overmind, the shared struggle, outweighs individual ambition. They have seen the insidious nature of this enemy, the cost of its continued, lurking existence. A silent accord is reached, a mutual decision forged in the crucible of their desperate, shared battle. They choose eradication over dominion, stability over the perilous allure of absolute control. Tiamat lets out a powerful roar, her 5 heads drawing immense elemental energy from the turbulent air. Rex plants his feet firmly, gathering all his primal, glowing energy into a colossal, focused shockwave. Their combined might prepares for the ultimate assault, aimed at the very heart of the Overmind's power. Tiamat unleashes a coordinated blast, a fusion of all 5 elements, converging into a singular, devastating beam. Ice, fire, lightning, acid, and venom intertwine, forming a pulsating torrent of destructive, raw energy. Simultaneously, Rex lets out a thunderous, earth-shattering roar, channeling his power into a colossal shockwave. The ground trembles, and the very air distorts as his concentrated sonic force hurtles towards the Overmind. Tiamat's elemental beam strikes first, tearing into the Overmind's weakened, crystal-shadowed shell. It creates a gaping wound, exposing the final, colossal rift heart, pulsing defiantly within its core. Then, Rex's shockwave hits, a concussive force that reverberates through the exposed heart with shattering power. The heart glows with a final, desperate brilliance, then shatters into a million shimmering fragments of light. A silent, cosmic scream rips through the convergence zone as the Overmind's true core is utterly destroyed. Its colossal body convulses one last time, then collapses in on itself, dissolving into dormant, dark shards. The multi-limbed appendages wither, the crystal armor crumbles, and the shadow form dissipates into nothingness. The immediate threat is vanquished, the Overmind's reign of terror brought to a decisive, brutal end. A profound silence descends upon the arena, broken only by the groaning of the collapsing land. Tiamat and Rex stand amidst the dissolving remnants, their forms radiating exhaustion but also immense relief. However, the destruction of the core heart triggers an unexpected, breathtaking phenomenon in the sky. From the shattered remnants of the heart, a holographical-like map unfurls, shimmering into existence above them. It expands rapidly, a celestial tapestry woven from pure light and cosmic energy, vast beyond comprehension. Constellations of rift nodes, each representing a distinct world or realm, appear across the endless expanse. Some nodes blink with vibrant light, indicating active, volatile rift connections, still open and dangerous. Others are dim, dormant, their connections temporarily stable or perhaps completely severed from the web. Tiamat's 5 heads tilt upwards, her ancient eyes widening in stunned awe at the sheer scale of it all. Rex lets out a low, rumbling growl, his reptilian gaze fixed on the cosmic display, a new understanding dawning. They see that what they've fought, what they've endured, is merely one small cluster in a vast, intricate web. Their world, their battles, are but a tiny ripple in an ocean of countless, interconnected realities. The Overmind they defeated was merely a localized node, a fragment of a much larger, insidious intelligence. The map reveals untold possibilities, unimaginable threats, and potential allies across the multiverse. A sense of profound insignificance, yet also a fierce resolve, washes over both ancient titans. The convergence arena, no longer supported by the Overmind's power, begins its final, catastrophic collapse. Fissures rip through the fused landmasses, city blocks tearing away from jungle canopies with deafening roars. The remaining rift hearts, now inert crystals, detach from the crumbling structure and plummet earthward. They fall like meteors, scattering across the world below, silent testaments to the battle just fought. Tiamat, with a powerful beat of her wings, ascends towards the grand, fading holographic map in the sky. She plucks a shard of the shattered core heart from the dissolving remnants of the Overmind S-body. The shard pulses faintly, containing dormant power, a potential key to understanding the Rift network. Her golden eyes gleam with a new, strategic intelligence, clearly planning to study and weaponize it. She turns, casting one last look at the collapsing arena, then flies swiftly towards her sky citadel. The ancient fortress, though scarred, still stands, a beacon in the newly fragmented, terrifying world. Rex watches her depart, then turns his gaze to the vast, swirling abyss, where the arena once hovered. He lets out a triumphant roar, a sound that echoes across his domain in the Valley of Titans, claiming victory. But his gaze frequently drifts upward, studying the strange patterns of the fading rift map in the sky. A new curiosity, a deeper understanding of the cosmic forces at play, now burns within his primal mind. He knows this victory is merely a pause, a brief respite before the next inevitable challenge arrives. The world he roams is irrevocably changed, forever marked by the scars of colliding realities and cosmic wars. His territory now includes fragments of other realms, a constant reminder of the wider, dangerous multiverse. He senses new energies, new threats, stirring on the horizon, beyond the reach of his immediate perception. The air itself feels different, charged with the lingering echoes of shattered realities and immense power. Tiamat lands gracefully upon her sky citadel, the shard clutched firmly in one of her powerful claws. Her lesser dragons, those who survived, greet her with reverent roars, acknowledging her hard-won triumph. She surveys the vast, newly configured landscape, her gaze distant, already contemplating future strategies. The shard in her claw glows faintly, a testament to its latent power, a tool for the conflicts ahead. She envisions its potential, how it might amplify her elemental abilities or open new pathways. The knowledge of the greater rift map weighs heavily, yet also ignites a spark of boundless ambition. Rex patrols the edges of his valley, his glowing aura casting long shadows across the primal earth. He lets out a series of short, challenging growls, asserting his dominance over the newly altered terrain. His senses are heightened, attuned to every shift in the unstable reality, every distant tremor. He pauses, lifting his massive head, his nostrils flaring, catching a scent carried on the unpredictable winds. It is a scent of something new, something alien, something awakening in the far reaches of the fused world. The holographic map in the sky finally fades, its cosmic constellations dissolving into the twilight, but its image is seared into the minds of Tiamat and Rex, a permanent reminder of their place in the cosmos. Far away, in another node, on that now invisible map, a distant rift flickers to life, a subtle change. It is located in a realm unknown to them, a world untouched by their recent, devastating conflict. The flickering light is faint at first, a mere tremor in the fabric of an isolated reality, almost imperceptible. But then, it grows, expanding slowly, drawing in ambient energy from its unsuspecting surroundings. Something else has noticed. What happened here? The ripple effect of the Overmind's destruction resonating. A new presence stirs, an ancient, cosmic entity drawn by the sudden, violent shift in the multiverse. Its true nature remains hidden, its intentions shrouded in the swirling mists of its distant realm. The flickering rift expands further, revealing glimpses of a world both strange and terrifyingly beautiful. Shadows dance at its edges, hinting at colossal forms, at powers yet unknown to Tiamat and Rex. A low, resonant hum emanates from the growing rift, a sound that vibrates through the cosmic fabric. It is a prelude, a silent declaration of a new, impending threat, far grander than the Overmind itself. The victory, so hard won, feels fleeting now, a mere opening act to a much larger, more dangerous drama. Tiamat clutches her shard, her gaze piercing the distant stars, sensing the shift in cosmic currents. Rex lets out a final, questioning roar, his eyes scanning the horizon for signs of the unknown menace. Their world is broken, partially merged, a chaotic tapestry of shattered realms, forever altered. But the true enemy still lurks, an unseen force waiting to exploit the newly unstable multiverse. The map may have faded, but its message remains clear. Their fight has only just truly begun. A new season of conflict beckons, promising greater challenges and even more devastating revelations. The distant rift glows brighter, a silent promise of untold horrors and unimaginable cosmic power. It is a beacon, a gateway, to a destiny far grander and more perilous than they could ever imagine. And in that flickering light, the multiverse holds its breath, awaiting the next cataclysmic encounter.